Good morning, good morning, good morning. Look who's early. 2 minutes. 2 minutes early. Whoop, whoop. Doesn't happen every day. Doesn't happen every day. But hey, I'm early. So yay. Yay, yay, yay. Anyway, how was your weekend? I hope you had a good Easter weekend. I hope you got to go to church. And I hope you got to visit with family. And maybe you got a good meal in. Whoops, come on. Checking my monitor. Since I'm early, I'll let y'all pop on here. Sure I will. Come on, wake up. Little monitor, wake up. Show me the other Casey. There she is. And she's quiet. Yay! Okay, monitor's up. The other Casey is quiet. Sorry that I didn't get on yesterday. It was this weekend, I'm telling you. We just had a lot to do. It started with Friday. Friday was Good Friday, and we had to go to the MIDI, and that took a lot longer than we expected. And so, unfortunately, we missed Good Friday services. But we did, and we also were going to go to the grocery Friday night so we could get our Easter fixins. But by the time we got back to the MIDI, we were just hungry and tired, and that did not happen. So that put us a day behind. So we didn't get to the grocery till Saturday. And then by the time Andy got done running errands and getting to the grocery, and I woke up from my nap. Yes, I took a nap, just a little tiny one, but nevertheless, I was like, let's just eat and be done with it. So we did. And we didn't do any Easter prep. So we got up Sunday morning, we went to church, we came home, and then we had the prep. So had to get that ham in the oven and get those eggs deviled and then put everything else in there. And why does my eyeball look weird? My eye skin is bagging up there today. It's looking weird. I'm telling you, I try not to be, like vain but it was like, I don't know, it was just sitting weird. Our bodies are a strange thing. And getting old is a strange thing because things sag and bag in places that you don't expect them to sometimes, like my eyeball. I don't know what's happening there. Anyway, but okay, it's after 11, and so I don't know why I'm still getting messages on there. I know I put the do not disturb on. I hope you guys aren't seeing those. I hope it's just on my phone. All right. I tried to work with my placement today. So I'm going to put you up in the cradle here in a minute. And just want to make sure you know a few things that are happening. Today is the 11th, which means the information about the next month's paper pumpkin came out. I do not have it on my Stampin' with the Queen page yet, but I will have after I get off air. I will go and update that for you. There's the set that's coming out next month is all about outdoors. So it's mountains and landscapes, and the box is going to be colored. The box will be beautiful colored, like outdoor landscape with big tall pine trees, and I think it might have mountains, but there'll be a picture of it on the Stampin' with the Queen page when I get it updated. So that is coming for next month. So today is the day that they will bill your paper pumpkins, your April paper pumpkins, and get them shipped out. And these are the ones that have the cherry blossoms in it, and the organizer, the interior box organizer, are coming. Now, bad news about next month's paper pumpkin: the price is going up. So you will be paying $25 a month for paper pumpkins as opposed to $23.50. So that's part of the price increases across the board that Stampin' Up! Has announced. And the good news, bad news is that, it's still a lot of bang for your buck. I mean, it's a great on-the-go kit. Everything is there that you need except your paper snips, and you get your ink spot and all of your products to make the cards, and it's still a great product. So I'm not going to give up my paper pumpkin even though the price is going up. I may not be buying an extra one every month. I may only be buying one instead of two. So if you've missed any paper pumpkins in the last year, let me know, because I generally have two of them. So please let me know. If you have missed a paper pumpkin, some of them aren't available online. So I may still have an extra one left that I can sell you at the $22, $23 rate, something like that. So let me know. And also I am going to upload the spinner card, the Taco Fiesta spinner card that we made February 21st online. I'm going to upload that video to YouTube today. It's halfway done. So by later on today, I'll have this video and that video up on YouTube. And also, as a reminder, which I will put on my Stampin' with the Queen page, I have several tutorials so that you can make cards, and I will be the card that we're going to make today, the Rhino Ready pop-out card, I will be creating a tutorial for. I have not created it yet because my class will make it on the 19th, I think it is, which is a Wednesday. My class is on a Wednesday this week, because this month, the second class. Usually it's every other Tuesday, but we had to move it to Wednesday because I have a team meeting on that Tuesday night. So I just want you to know, I do have tutorials, and they are $3, and all you have to do is say, tell me more, or send me an email address and tell me which ones you want, and I will send you a bill through my Square. And you can pay with your credit card if you want, or your debit card, or you can, there's other ways too if you don't like that. I do have PayPal and Venmo, and I can give you that information as well. So lots of options. Unless you're here local in Dayton, Ohio, Casey White, Dayton, Ohio, independent demonstrator here. If you're here local, then, you know, I can mail them, and you can come by and pick them up. So lots of ways to happen. So let's go get in the cradle. Let me see if there's other announcements that I'm thinking. Last chance items. There's still last chance items. You still have about 21 days. No, 20 days. There's 30 days in April. So you have about 20 more days, 19 more days. Today's the 11th, right? I've been thinking it's the 10th. Anyway, you have a couple weeks left. A little over 2 weeks left to get the stuff on the last chance and the retiring. So go check that out. And the new stuff is coming. I was hoping to show you new stuff today, but that didn't happen, because Stampin' Up! Got slammed. April 4th, which was the first day that you as customers could place your last chance orders, and we as demonstrators could place our pre-orders for the new catalog, was the biggest day to date in Stampin' Up! History. They didn't give us any financial numbers, but they just said that, you know, we broke the internet. Let me tell you, we broke the internet almost. Let me tell you, they were slammed. And a lot of people who expedited orders, some of the demonstrators, some of the top demonstrators, most of them expedite their orders overnight so they can get everything. And they've even had videos on Facebook and YouTube showing you all of the haul from the catalog, because we can't show you what's inside this beautiful catalog. I just got mine yesterday. I'm so excited. But we can show you the catalog. Whoop, whoop. So, and there's the back of the catalog, just in case you want to know what it looks like. It's pretty in pink. Bubble bath color. Anyway, even the people who expedited orders, some of them didn't get them overnight because they were so slammed. It took 2 days. So I did not expedite any of my orders. And I have one order coming today, but that was my pre-order, not for the new catalog, but my pre-order before April 4th came. I ordered some things that were not, they were going last chance, but they were still in the catalog, so I was still able to get them. Anyway, I was fortunate enough to get some extra accessories for my Stamparatus, which is not available. So I'm glad that I placed that order early, but it's coming today. But my pre-order for the catalog that I had placed won't be here until later this week. So I have to decide whether I'm going to come on and show you what I got or if I'll wait till next Monday. I don't know. It just depends on my schedule and what's happening. Because I do have a class that I have to prepare for. I have to finish preparing for this weekend for my Saturday class. If you're coming to my Saturday class, that's when we're making the book. We're making a book box, and we're putting several cards in that from the Irresistible Blooms. Sweet. Anyway, I have some cute stuff coming, and I even placed a second order, so it is probably still in picking. Let me tell you, if you have orders that are still in picking, my dear customers, go, because mine haven't updated, even though they've shipped. It still says picking on the system, but when you go into the order and look at the order details, it gives me a tracking number. So if you are one of my customers and you still have an order that's showing picking, when you go to Stampin' Up, open up the order, look at the order details, and see if there is a tracking number, because they have not updated the system properly because they're so far behind. So all I can say is be patient. It isn't easy. One of my sidelines got her catalog last Wednesday, so I had to wait almost a full week later to get my physical catalog, even though I could see it online. But we all want the real one. I mean, we all want this one. We want to be able to see it, feel it, touch it, page through it, and mark it with all of the things that we bought. So, hey. All right, enough chit-chat. It is 10 after 11, and I still haven't done anything yet. So let's get up in the cradle, hopefully successfully, and let's make a Rhino Ready new pop-out card, okay? All right. One moment, please. Oh, I always do that with the wrong hand. Okay, and we're going to turn the camera. Now, I thought I checked that out. Okay, I think that might be good. We'll see in a minute here. Take things away. Okay. This chair and I do not get along. Okay, let me get my... Of course, I put that in the cradle this way. Hopefully you don't see that wire. All right, let me make this big so if there's anybody online, I can talk to you. Let me see here. I don't want to do that. There we go. And comments. Okay. So I think we're good. Like I said, we have a little bit of time left. And here is the host code for April. So if you want to place an order on the last chance list, go to my storefront, kcwhite.stampinup.net, and use the April host code. I know some of you placed an order and you forgot the host code. It's not the end of the world. I still get credit, but the host code helps us track orders in a different way. So try to remember to put your host code in. This is the April host code. Oh, and I need a drink. Okay. All right, so I think we're lined up. Yay, yay, yay. Let's hope I don't mess it up too much. Today we are going to make a card, and we are going to use Rhino Ready, which is an online exclusive. So you can get this online. You can type in, you can go to the store, shop now, hit Rhino Ready. Or if you want the code number, let me put my eyeballs on. 160959. I think it's around, I don't know, $22, $23. I don't remember, and I didn't check. So, and then the Rhino Ready bundle, then, if you would want the bundle, has the die cuts that go with it. And the die cuts cut out all of our rhinos. And they also cut out the grass. I've got them in a different box, so I don't have the grass over here. They cut out the little horn, the birthday horn blower, and the little bird. So, okay. All right, I'm just making sure I've got my chat on. Good morning, friend. Miss Ginger. All right, let's see here. Anyway, and if you want the code for this, the Rhino, the dies are 160985. Now, so go online, and the bundle is going to be about 10% cheaper on the online exclusive, but that's the numbers for the actual separate items there. So we're going to play with the Rhino Ready, and we're going to make, now when I made this card, before I show you, I'll tell you all the things I did wrong. When I made this card, all I could think of was the green grass, the green grass, the green grass. And I wanted to make this card in green. Well, I did. I made it green all right. But the problem with that is it's too green. Because it's all green. So we're going to make one with different, this color behind here should have been a different color. But here is the birthday card. And then when you open it, this pops out. Ta-da! So how you like that? So this is what we're going to make today. Okay? Only I am going to cut it in different colors. Now, if you're coming to my class later this month on Wednesday, I believe it's the 19th, guess what? You'll be making this card. This is one of the cards you're going to be making. So we're going to make an impossible card with Rhino Ready, and we're going to make this new pop out card. So fun, fun, fun. But we're not making it in all green because I'm sad that I made it in all green. I should have made some different colors. Okay, but I didn't. So hang on one second here, guys. I'm telling you, springtime and my allergies are just terrible. And my nose is a mess, but you didn't call in for that, did you? All right, so what are we going to do? We are going to get some paper, and we're going to cut some paper. So let me get some stuff out here. I don't want to put that over there yet. I don't want to put that over there yet. Okay. So I'm going to try to get my big bad boy over here and cut these circles. We're going to cut, two circles. You're going to, and I used stylish shapes. So this is the 2-inch, I think it's 2.5. Let me see here. Wait a minute, let me get mine. Okay, this goes over to 2 3/4. Okay, 2 3/4, and then the next size up. So it's the largest and the next size down. So this is your inside circle. So you're going to need some white circles that are the smaller 2-inch size. Okay, and then I'm also going to need, I don't know what color hats I'm going to need. I colored those. I punched out some hats here. So when you guys come to class on the 19th, you can see that we're using colors that are retiring. Pacific Point, Mango Melody. Actually, Parakeet is not retiring. I just liked the green, and the Bermuda Bay. So we're using some colors that are retiring and some that are still available. And so you want the... All right, let me see if I can get this bad boy over here without knocking everything askew. Ugh. All right. We have to put a 3-inch circle in the center of our cards. So let me pull a card out here. So you have your standard, 5.5 by 8.5, you know, your standard half sheet of cardstock, okay? And then scored at 4 1/4. And then I just eyeballed the center. You can see my center isn't perfect on this one here, but you can see it's pretty close, pretty close. Now, if you really want to get really technical, I mean, you know, you can put a line down the center and a line down the center and then try to erase it, okay? But I just eyeballed where I thought my center was. So I'm going to put the 3-inch ring there. I'm going to run it through here and cut the hole. Simple as that. Okay. Very carefully pull off my washi tape. There we go. All right. So let's get rid of this, because I've already made some white circles off of the smaller one, and I've already cut out my party horns. That's going to fall down, go boom. Okay. And so there you go. You've got your circle, okay? Now, you don't want to make the mistake I did on my parakeet when you don't want the same color circle. So switch them up, you know, switch them up and decide which colors you want with what. And I think I am going to do Mango and Bermuda Bay. I think that's what I'm going to do. And we'll use this circle. All right. So you take, you're going to cut a different color circle out because it just gives it more, not dimension. It just, you can see it better when you put it all together to have a different circle in there. A little more contrast than my green on green on green. Okay. I just want to put this back in here because I'm a believer of putting things back so you don't lose them. And I know I'm going to need this party horn. And I don't, let me see here. I lost my hat. Get my hats. Get my hats out of here. I want my Rhino to have a hat. I'm going to have him have a Bermuda hat. All right. And now we need an interior, okay? So now you need to get your paper trimmer out. You're going to trim this inside piece a 1/4 inch. Listen, I do everything a 1/4 inch less, okay? If you're an 1/8 inch person, that's fine. But you want an interior piece that needs to be a little bit smaller. And so all of mine are quarters. Quarters, quarters, quarters. I hate 1/8, and I don't want to do an 1/8 if I can keep from it. So this is your half sheet, which I cut down at 5 1/4 by 8. Okay, I cut a 1/2 inch off. So a normal card you can see 5.5 by 8.5. This is 5 1/4 by 8. So I cut a 1/2 inch off of one side of it. Okay, so be aware of that. You don't want it to be just cut down on one side. You want to cut it on the other. All right. So what you can do is, to achieve that, I do not have my paper trimmer. Y'all, I usually eat a little bite of something before I come online today. And today I was lazy and decided that I was going to sleep a little longer. And if you could hear my stomach, I'm glad you can't. I'm glad you can't. I'm glad you can't. Okay. So we take our full sheet of cardstock, which is 8.5 by 11, and we are going to cut off 1/2 inch. Cut off that 1/2 inch. And then we put it here, and we're going to do 5 1/4. We want 5 1/4, not 5 1/2. Because we're doing our interior. Okay? 5 1/4. So now we've got 5 1/4 by 8. Yes. Okay. And now we are going to score it at 4. Yeah. And 6. Okay. All right. So now you've got your interior and your exterior, which I'm going to use the mango here. Give that a good burnishing. And then we're going to mount and fold it. You know what? I must not have put that in there quite right, because I need just a sliver off of here. I need just a sliver. I must have been off by just a hair. That's what I get for doing it on camera, because this should fold. Oh, I just need a sliver more. It should be even when you fold it, if you've cut it right. But you know what, guys? This is what happens. Sometimes when you're on camera, you know, not everything is perfect. That's why I have the perfect ones over there. But that's all right. You get to see me make mistakes, and you get to see me fix them. All right. So this is going to go inside your card, okay? And it's going to fold like this. So you're going to have this mountain fold. The first one's a valley, the second one is a mountain, okay? And then we're going to do our stamping and put it all together, okay? So let's do that. Let's do some stamping. And I am going to do tone on tone, all right? I'm not going to stamp this different colors. I've decided I'm going to do tone on tone with my stamping. So I am going to be stamping with Mango Melody on Mango Melody paper. And we're just going to stamp some grass across here, stamp off, come back in here in the middle of this grass and make a little bit more. All right. And then on my interior, I'm going to do some grass stamping. And because I don't want it, let me get a piece of scrap paper. What did I knock off? Lord have mercy. It is Fibber McGee's world over here, I'm telling you. All right, I'm going to get some scrap paper there because I don't want it. We're going to have some Mango Melody grass. All right. And then I am going to use my, if I can find it, here he is. I double mounted the bird on the back of the, so I'll put him over there a minute. All right, so on the inside, whoops, almost got that in there. There we go. Put my scrap paper down there. And I am just going to go crazy with my horns. My party horns. Some of these are going to be covered up by Mr. Rhino, but that's all right. All right. So now I've got my inside almost done. Now, let me finish my outside here because I'm going to use that same motif, and I'm just going to stamp a bunch of party horns on the front here. Whoop, whoop. Close that up. I want that going off the edge. I think maybe we'll do one more there. You know what they say, when you think you want one more, stop. So I'm stopping. All right, and before I close that up, now I need to get my word stamps. Okay. And this is that 1/2 inch strip that I cut off. I have to put my eyeballs on for this. Make sure I get it. There we go. Right smack dab in the middle. Let me see. And I want my interior words. So let me get my inside back. We're going to cut that in just a minute. Don't want to put it upside down. Hope your birthday is wild. All right, now here's where we have to get some creative placement. Okay, we know that that is going to go about there. We know that's going to be about like that. So I kind of want my hope your birthday is wild to be right behind that. All right. So get a little placement. Get that out of the way. We'll stamp a party horn on the back of it so I can sign it. Because you know how I feel about signing your work. You always have to sign your work. And I always sign mine with the date. All right. And now, we're ready to put this inside. So let us get this inside part done. And then we will go to work on the rhino. We will build our rhino, stamp him and color him. Okay. So I'm going to close that up so I know that it's the right way. I'm going to put my eyeballs on so I can see what I'm doing. Because I want a tiny bit of a border all the way around this. That's why we cut it the way we did. All right. So now that's ready. And we are not going to attach anything to that right now. We're going to go play with our rhino. Okay. So let's get our rhino stamped, and I'm going to have to clean the little party horn because I want to put my bird on there. So I will trade places. I got an extra block over here I can put it on. All right. And let's see if I can do this. Come on. Ugh. My black is temperamental today. Okay, so I just want to, make sure that's the right side. Get my rhino on here. Okay, now here's the hard part. Trying to make sure the bird lands on the rhino's back. Okay, so, well, he's not quite there. He's a little bit up in the air, but not much. Hey, rhinos are bouncy, right? That's my excuse. Rhinos are, riding on a rhino's back is a bouncy ride. All right, let us get out some blends. Stampin' Blends. We'll sit that over there in there. And let's color a rhino real quick like. So I'm going to outline my rhino in dark smoky slate. You can use any color that you want. And I'm going to color him in with gray granite. And I just want to hit all of those, you know, cool outlines that Stampin' Up! Gives us. And when you don't have much, you just sort of touch it. You know, there's not a lot of space there to outline that. So I'm just barely going to touch it. Especially up here around the ears and the eyes. There's not a lot of space. And you'll go outside the lines. So we're just going to barely touch that outline. And that's all there is to it. Now let's color it in. Whoops. And I'm using light gray granite to blend in all those colors. You know, this dark outline here, we're going to try to go with the flow. And I know it's not colored in yet, so just hang on, it'll get there. We'll connect those colors. And then we'll go back over it a little bit. We want to be careful going around the horn because we want to leave that white. I don't know if I have my wink over here. On the parakeet one that I made, I did add Wink Estella to the horn and the eyeballs and the bird, and it looked really cute. Unfortunately, you can't see the wink unless you're really up close and personal. You know, I'm sitting here coloring in this and I'm holding my mouth funny. Aren't you glad you can't see me? Y'all do that? I mean, I always hold my mouth funny when I do my mascara, so it's the same way when I'm coloring. sometimes, especially around the edges that I really want to hit hard. That looks pretty good, I think. All right. And then I just picked out one of our flesh colors, 900 for the toenails. Now, if you want to make this a girly rhinoceros, feel free and paint her toenails. Paint her little toenails pink if you want. And I'm going to make a bluebird of happiness with my balmy blue. Give my little bluebird some happiness. Use my mango melody while I still can. And, you know, I'm a big proponent. I like to throw shadows sometimes. It just kind of adds to your card. So we're going to add a little shadow down here underneath our little rhinoceros. Okay. So now we are going to put him on here. And you know what? I think I'm going to pop this guy up. Why? Because I can, because I can. If I can get my pop dots out. I'll put one in the middle for the sake of argument. And while I have pop dots out, I also need to get some baby glue dots out here. Oh, I couldn't find them. I'm like, what have I done with his blow fingers? Okay. So I want some small pop dots here. And I'm going to put, so I can see this, I'll just put them on the, not pop dots, I'm sorry. These are glue dots. Okay, glue dots. All right, now let's take those off. See if we can get them to stop sticking on my hand. And we're going to put a party hat on the dude. And then we'll take the sticker parts off of the back of these. And we'll give him a little birthday noisemaker horn. Which I pre-colored. And if you wanted to, you could put a slit right there and stick it in his mouth. I'm not going to go that far. I do not have my Wink Estella. My Wink is over on the other table. So we're going to go without. I thought I put it in my bucket, which I don't see. I didn't put it in my bucket. That's what I get for thinking I'm prepped, right? I think I'm prepped and I'm not. How are we doing on time today? Oh, good. We're doing good. Not only was I here 2 minutes early, but we're doing good on time. And I even talked longer than I wanted to. All right. Now that I put that on there, I wish I'd put a yellow hat. But hey, live and learn, right? Live and learn. All right, so now here comes the fun part. Now we have to get him in the hole, right? All right, that's not going to be as hard as you think. All right, So what you're going to do is you're going to line him up. Okay. Once you close that and line it up, then what you're going to do is you're going to put the glue right inside the hole. Okay. Then you're going to put him back inside the hole. Look at that. Oh, he's not done. We've got to have, it's a great day. We need to put, it's a great day. When I hear this, I hear the rest of that stupid commercial. It's a great day to boost your FICO score. Oh, you know what? I don't know if I like that being tone on tone on tone everywhere. So guess what? I'm going to stamp a Bermuda Bay and decide if I like it. All right, that's what I'm going to do. All right. Now, I did not get out my special punch that gives me a perfect flag. So I'm going to have to flag it myself. So you just sort of find the middle and you put a little X, cut a little thing to it. You just find the middle. Let's see how big I want that flag. I can cut that down just a little bit more. So I'm going to cut in the middle. And then I'm going to cut from the corner straight up to it. From the corner straight up to it. And that's how you make a flag. A nearly perfect flag every time. Okay. So, do we want this one? Or do we want this one? I think we want the contrasting one. What do you think? Contrast? I think so. Let's do a contrasting one. I think that looks better. I think that looks better. Because we're just using our scraps, you know? You know, yesterday I was cleaning up my desk and I made another bookmark. I'm telling you, I'm using my scraps, making all kinds of bookmarks. So if you're in need of a bookmark, just holler. So there you have it. What do you think? And you know nothing is done with me unless I can zhuzh it up. So I have some in color dots here. And I am going to put a couple of dots on here. Because I can't stand a naked card. Oh, this guy doesn't have a hat. Well, how rude. Where's my extra hats? Let's go find him a hat. Don't you think he needs a party hat? I think he should have a party hat. Should we put that one on him, or should we put a blue one on him? Want to put a blue? Let's put a blue one on him. Well, how rude, he didn't have a hat. We want him to have a hat because he's partying. It isn't party without a hat, is it? You know, the pastor said he went to church in Virginia, Southern Virginia, and he said Easter was always about an Easter bonnet, that the ladies came to church with Easter bonnets. And he was disappointed that there was not one Easter bonnet at church on Sunday. It's funny because I put a picture on Facebook of my sister and I in our Easter bonnets when we were, how old was I? 4 and a half? It was 1966, and it was in Easter time, so I was 4 and a half, and that made her about 2 and a half, and my brother was only barely a month old. And there we were with our Easter bonnets and our little black patent leather Easter purses. We were having a debate online as to what in the world was in those purses. And somebody said a quarter for the offering and some tissues. And I said, yeah, probably a handkerchief and some butter rum lifesavers, because my grandmother always had butter rum lifesavers. So that's probably what was in our little pocket purses. I mean, what in the world would a 4-and-a-half-year-old have in theirs? I mean, just too funny, but okay, so there, that looks better with the hat, don't you think? I think it looks better with hat. And then we've got this guy over here. So I think you can pop those out. Hope your birthday is wild. You get a perfect placement every time. It'll almost stay closed, but not quite. And I didn't pop this guy out, and I did pop this one out. I like it better popped out. And I definitely like it being, even though it's all tonal, I still like this being a little bit different. It gives it a little bit of pop, don't you think? So those are our cards today with the Rhino Ready. And I hope that you enjoyed them. And like I said, I will be making a tutorial online. And I like it better with the shadow too. Hey, let's give this guy a shadow before I go. Let's give this guy a shadow too. Don't you like the shadow better? Oh, is this the light one? Yeah, it is. I like it much better with the shadow. Oh, and I wish you could see the Winkostella. The Winkostella looks cute too. I Winkostella'd the toenails and the horn. I have to go Winkostella this. So I think it looks cute. And we've got a few little decorations here, there, and everywhere, because you know me, I gotta have a little bit of zhuzhing. I think this will make a good birthday. And when it's open, you can see that. So I think it'd make a great birthday card for a kid. And I've got some kids' birthdays. One just happened and one's coming up. And so I think, you know what? I think I have to send them this card because I think it'll be fun. That they'll enjoy the rhinoceros, of course. Not a hippopotamus. A rhinoceros, of course. So I hope you enjoyed it. I will make the tutorials so that you can grab them. And so when you go online, like I said, I'll put some more stuff on Stampin' with the Queen today. And I will get that paper pumpkin on there. If you happen to go online to buy anything off of the retired list. Also, Stampin' Up! Has announced a list that they have an excess of. And the brass brushed butterflies. Brass brushed butterflies. Anyway, those are still, they still have an excess of those. And so I think I saw blending brushes, the small ones, the new ones. And I'm not sure. I think there were 3 things that they had listed. I can't remember what the 3rd thing was, but check my Stampin' with the Queen page. I'm going to go fill it out with lots of announcements so that you can follow along and be in the know, because we would not want you to be left out of the loop at all. You know me, I try to keep you all in the loop, keep everything up to date. And for those of you who are watching this on repeat on YouTube, I hope you have a good evening. And for those who are watching me this afternoon, I hope you go stamp something and post it on my Facebook page so that I can see what you're working on, okay? So have a great afternoon or have a great evening. Thanks for watching. Bye.